So the other thing I've been working on with Dylan is a little bit of impulse control. I start teaching the foundation of this by luring a puppy into a sit, holding the treat at their nose, taking it away about 18 inches, yes. And just starting with about half a second and then building to a second and 2 seconds and so on. Dylan and I, as I said before, have just had one session together. So we're gonna do a quick little refresher in about 1 or 2 seconds. Yes? 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 You're a great puppy. Oops, I lost you. If your puppy breaks the sit, no big deal. You just lure him back into it and try again. Yes. Yes, good job. So you're really only trying to build up at this point to maybe 3, 4, 5 seconds. But what I want people to start working on to advance this skill a little bit, and working very gradually because we're working with a baby, is start to bring your hand a little bit closer to your dog. Yes. And if you bring it closer, that means you're going to decrease the time a little bit. Since we're making one part of the equation, that is the treat is closer to him, it's more challenging, yes, more difficult, then we're going to make another part of it easier. That is, we're going to decrease the time. So it's going to look something like this. Yes. Oh, I lost you again. It's hard to keep a puppy's attention. I thought I was going to win you over with your favorite treat. There we go. Yes. 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 Good. So when you've worked on duration, you've decreased the distance a little bit. You can even start to make things a little more challenging by seeing if you can lower your hand forward and down so that you can work towards being able to put the treat on the ground. So it would look something like this. Yes. 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 And if your puppy breaks the position, it's again, no big deal. Nobody's in trouble, not the handler, not the student. This is all about just having fun and making sure that you make it easy for your puppy, yes, to be successful. So I'm keeping these repetitions rapid fire, yes. And I'm not asking much of Dylan, yes. I'm making these little sessions very brief and the repetitions very brief. And if he gets up, no big deal. Bring your puppy back and try again. Yes. 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 So once you're able to get your hand on the ground, you can start working on building up to being able to take your hand off the treat so that you're actually putting the treat down, yes, and letting go of it. But again, yes, this is for a very brief bit of time, for about half a second. Yes. Oh. Yes. 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 And I'm making an absolute mess around here with crumbled treats. So I'm surprised that Dylan is so interested in still playing the game with me. But I think part of that is because he's a very social puppy and because I'm keeping my rate of reinforcement very, very high. So I'm really the best game in town. Yes. Yes. Ooh, my bad. I lost you. I'm pushing it too much, aren't I? We'll give you a really easy win. Ready? Yes, good job. So have fun, keep sessions short, make them super rewarding. You can use tiny, tiny little bits of treats, but make sure that you're giving your dog essentially a 1-for-1 ratio when you first start. That means one good behavior, one behavior you like, earns one tiny, tasty reward. Yes, and also some snuggles. Lots and lots of snuggles. Yes. Your best puppy ever.